said.
We don't have to take a plane over to the Bahamas to teach this truth. You know?
And I know it's in a good spirit. He'll drive. He'll make that drive.
Yeah, because that's fair. Fair is halfway. You know.
And just like you know why that demon came up to illustrate the word strife. She came to illustrate the word strife. She didn't like nothing we said. She didn't like nothing, and we didn't say the white man's the devil.
Yeah, because what we were telling her, it sounded bitter to her. You know,
She didn't like the
that bitter.
fucking thing. She didn't like the fucking thing. Man,
We were telling her she's the son of God.
she was a princess.
A daughter of Zion.
But that's our people are so fucked up that the white church got a hold on you.
Like that song, you really got a hold on me. You know?
Yes, sir. Hey, bad things are gonna happen to that lady. The demon, right when we were trying to save her, the demon hopped on her and said, "Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! They're trying to kill you."
I told her by receiving this truth, you're gonna receive blessings.
And I told her I can fix you.
That's right. Man.
What a stupid ass bitch, man. God damn it. She represents all fucking 2/3. What a bunch of morons, you know? Let's just fucking see you guys scripture.
Okay, so going back about teaching, it says he was returning and sitting in his chariot reading Isaiah the prophet. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, Go near and join thyself to this chariot. And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah and said, Understandest thou what thou readest? And he said, How can I except some man should guide me?
It's like somebody to teach me.
So that's what we need is men to teach us.
Sir.
You can't just rely on the air.
And just because you made a commitment with somebody to babysit your son, and the Spirit has the camp change, tough shit. You shouldn't be at all the camps. Your ass should be studying.
That time when we came here in Corcoran, we came here 3 times.
We came here for Aina.
Nobody came. No.
Not Caleb, not Aina. And then guess what? Caleb, you took that fucking COVID-19 test. That means you don't have any faith.
We even got the COVID-19.
How the hell are you going to get the COVID-19 when it doesn't exist?
Oh my God. I've never seen any of the brothers that get.
And I bet you didn't even tell the brother Yawakala you had it.
Right.
I felt like I had to tell him, hey man, watch out for this guy. He had the COVID-19. And you let them stick that fucking thing up your nose, you're going to get that shit, bro. You're going to get that shit. You know why? Because you took that fucking test.
Trusted in this white man system.
You didn't even ask me. You didn't even ask me, hey, well, is it okay? I don't know about it. I would have told you.
You said, I think prior, before that, I'm not going to the hospital.
No, I ain't taking no fucking COVID-19 test. Sir, are you going to take the COVID-19 test?
Nope.
Hell no. Good for you.
That's the spirit right there.
That's what you're supposed to do. Fuck that test. Now fuck the vaccine too.
Man.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. He just said no.
Man, that food smells good, bro. So, so that eunuch, he was reading the Hebrew, but he didn't understand it. Because, hey, we read the Hebrew, but we kind of don't understand it sometimes. Well, guess what? This new brother coming in, he's being taught the Hebrew.
He's being taught the correct way.
And guess what? When he comes in, he's going to pass you guys up.
He's being taught the same way this brother taught me. See, every week we used to sit down, have sit-downs.
Go in the Bible.
And study.
Go in the Written Compact Bible Dictionary. Just like I do with you guys in the Zoom. But that's why the Lord chose me to be a teacher. Shit. I teach good. I wasn't the best fighter. I wasn't the best mixed martial artist. But But I can teach you how to fight. I'll teach you how to win. You know, just because you said that, I taught my cousin how to fight, and he became a mixed martial artist. He won some, lost some, and then I taught the master's son, who was my teacher, how to fight, and he fucking knocked him. He won some fights, but I didn't never win no fights. And there was supposed to be no fighter. This is the fight I'm gonna win, Lord willing. You know what? You know what? I have a good feeling I'm gonna win this one. I'm gonna make it. Not gonna say I'm part of the elect, but I'll say I'm gonna make it to the end.
That's hopeful right there.
That's all you have to be, man. Don't ever tell another brother what he's doing wrong when you ain't doing right your damn self.
You know, we could be doing more work in our own cities than wasting time traveling. You know,
That's a fucking hour.
doing something for an hour. You know, something more.
Something constructive.
You know?
You're on the damn road for an hour. What's the point of that? You just want to get out.
There's something that wants you to be by yourself. You know, during that long drive or something. I don't know.
And you know what? I was up last night after I read all those texts. I couldn't go back to sleep. And then I watched the brother Kazak from Mississippi, and Caleb was on the chat board. So I know he couldn't sleep.
Oh, what time was that?
It was around 4 o'clock in the morning. So you stayed your ass up from 12 to 4 o'clock in the morning. You're probably afraid of ghosts and shit. You probably can't handle being alone in that house. I would have been asleep.
So I was trying to go to sleep right after.
And you can only go to sleep if you're looking. They say if you eat 4 hours or 3 hours before you go to bed, you're not going to get good sleep. You have to go to sleep on an empty stomach. So if you're going to sleep on an empty stomach, you're not holding any grudges, you're not talking shit to anybody, you're just letting everything go, and it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, I got one right here. This is 1 Timothy 6:3. If any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahweh Mashiach, and to the doctrine which is according to goodliness. So we should be teaching, you know, the words that we were taught by the apostles, you know. So it says, if they don't teach, you know, how the apostles are teaching, you know, everything that they're saying, you know. It says, he is proud, knowing nothing, but dotting about questions and strives of words. Strives of words.
And you know what? It's the last thing I'm going to say about Caleb. That was effeminate.
Yeah, that was kind of emotional.
That was womanly. Oh, you know what? I don't think it's
that.
fair that Ainan has to drive all the way. He has to work in Visalia.
Who are you speaking to?
He's a fucking grown man.
He can speak for himself.
He can speak for. You see, now you understand why the first time you came up, I was like, hey brother, this guy, hey, right? That was the first thing, and the things you do, and the things you say, and the way you act, man, I'm taking notes of everything, and I don't have to write nothing down.
And it's a coincidence how you parked right in front of the authorities, you know, and got us caught up with the authorities, you know, got us caught up with Esau, you know.
You're the only one that brought that shit upon this camp, yelling when fucking white people are around. Who the fuck taught you to do that? Nobody yells anymore. Yo, Wakanda don't yell at no fucking white people. Nobody yells anymore.
Yeah.
When's the last time you
apostles
seen?
don't, yeah.
They even said, we can't get mad at you. Damn, that's so he actually said, basically, don't get mad at the motherfuckers. That's the Lord putting the spirit on you. You think that I didn't notice how emotional you sounded? You think it's fair? And I put the scripture up before I deleted that whole group text, 2 Peter, where it says God, Yahweh is no respecter of persons. And then you made the comment, we have to respect Aina. How would you feel if you were working in my cellar and then you had to come back to camp? Let him speak for himself.
Yeah. No, it's not our fault, you know, what the Most High what job the Most High gave you, you know. The Most High if the Most High put the Spirit to give you a job in your own city, then that's good, you know. But
good more power, huh?
Yeah.
Because man, you saw me get fired from. I worked with this brother at Walmart, and then when I first came into the truth, I started making a big deal, and then I got fired for that, and then I started catching hell, and then I prayed for the job that I have right now, the office job, kicked back, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, weekends off. That's what I wanted, and I prayed for that specifically. So you think I'm gonna fucking rearrange that for you? For nobody. Either you can make it to camp when I say camp is, or you start your own damn camp. Period. And you don't have to get emotional and say, I don't think it's fair to Aina. Well, let him say what's fair or not. If he wants to buck up against it, let him buck up.
Really, you know, Aina is an agreeable type of dude, you know?
He's with it. He was with it.
He never disagreed about anything.
You know, that's why I said.
And I never said anything bad about Aina. All I said was, did he look into the screen recorder, you know, and if he needs any help, you know, with the screen recorder.
Yeah.
You know? And I never did I say anything bad about Aina.
And not even when he said he went to the courtroom 3 times and he didn't even come out. That was a cut on you. And you cut your. That was crazy. I deleted your. I unsubscribed your. I'm not following you on YouTube anymore, man. That was fucking pussy shit, straight up. Man, god damn.
I mean, I was saying you guys are a good team.
Yeah. Just got hell of emotions. Either you ain't getting any pussy or you ain't fucking eating. It's got to be one of the two. Because you got a home, you got air conditioning, you could have slept.
I'd be doing more videos at home.
You never
got
did
an
nothing.
empty house, but yet you want to go out.
And he's so unorganized. He comes with all kinds of shit in his hand. He's got a backpack, but then he comes with all kinds of shit in his hand. He's got a fucking backpack, dude.
There's like 4 binders, holding 4 binders.
What the fuck do you need 4 binders for, man? That's just crazy shit. Look, I'm gonna show you. This is what you're supposed to do. Highlight in the Bible. And when a brother says something, you flip through the pages and it's highlighted, it's gonna pop up. And if it's in the spirit, you're gonna say it. You're gonna preach it. And if you flip through all these pages, I got fucking most, not even a lot. Man, I had not even 10% highlighted, but I got notes in it. See? Yeah. And then I got this. I got definitions back there.
That's right. You already got it. You already got it laid out. You know?
That's right. We already had the instructions laid out. We just gotta put our quarter in and stand in front of the joystick. Just gotta be like this. It's already playing itself.
Yeah.
This is Acts 17:31. Because he hath appointed a day in the which he will judge the world in righteousness by that man whom he hath ordained, whereof he hath given assurance unto all men, and that he hath raised him from the dead. So Yahushua was raised from the dead because he had faith in his Father. He was like, glorify me. And what does glorify me mean? That means put you to death. There's no glory when you're in life.
We get our glory when we're dead.
We'll get our glory in the kingdom. But guess what? When the time comes testimony, then that's when we're going to be 100% good and all righteousness. When we have the laws in our body, we'll be doing good.
This is 1 Timothy 6:3. If any man teach otherwise, and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of Yahweh Mashiach, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness, he is proud, knowing nothing, but dotting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil servicings, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself.
Withdraw yourself.
We're not trying to corrupt our minds, you know. We should, it should be simple. You know, all we got to do is go off of the orders of the camp leader, you know. Because remember when the apostles did that video about the comment of a brother asked, you know, yeah, can I join a camp? And the apostle said, where is the closest camp to where you're at?
And the guy said it's an hour away.
That's right. He said it's an hour away. And then he said, we're only taking those who have been on the sidelines for years.
And Caleb, you weren't on the sidelines.
You've been in this thing almost 3 years now out here.
Man, you kidding?
No, that's right. We've been in
Oh yeah.
this
I was like, what? 3 years and you don't know?
We've
I'm
been out
talking
here
real.
almost 3 years.
Yeah, almost 2 years.
That's why I'm saying that ain't no credit. You know, we don't get no thanks for that.
But guess what? Not yet. But we know what we got to do. So let's change it up. So I'm gonna get this right here. This is St. Matthew 1:1. The book of the generation of Yahweh and Mashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham. So there's reincarnation. And if the son of Abraham is Isaac, and the son of David is Solomon, then those people came from a line. Right? So it's going to continue on to that specific line. This is only for Israelites. Because Hebrews 4:15. So this is 1 Corinthians 11:1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Hamashiach. So what was Hamashiach doing? He was going out to different cities prophesying the downfall, because first of all, he was going out to different cities because he didn't have the internet. Okay? And he wasn't driving a big old fucking car. He was walking. Well, he was probably flying. You know, he probably made those trips, long distance trips. That's okay.
Back in the ancient world, it was different. You know, we had to make those trips.
Shit. I was in Mexico where the roads were all fucked up, and I remember making a long ass trip just to go see the doctor, and I fucking hated that shit. You get on a bus and it's a fucking funky bus and it smells and all that shit, and then you have to go to the center, get on another bus, go 6 hours to meet the fucking doctor that's in the city. See, the doctor didn't come to me. I had to go to the doctor. And it was a fucking,
You know, it's dangerous traveling. You know, because you don't know something could be on the road. You know, or you know,
and ultimately
you're far away from your family.
ultimately it's the faith that you have in Yahweh that's going to keep you safe. So if I ever get in the feeling of going to Coringa, and I know that day is going to be a good day, I might be a little concerned on the way over there, but as soon as I find my spot, Man, as soon as you put this on and then you start speaking, everything calms down.
You know, this is like our cake right here. You know,
For real, man. And I was watching Batman versus Superman yesterday before I went to sleep. And that Superman, he's a hypocrite too, man. Batman is a fucking hypocrite. Superman is a hypocrite. The only superhero movie that actually made some sense was Infinity War, where Thanos was talking. Yeah, Thanos made a lot of sense. Verse 2. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. So Yahushua already told us the ordinances. Told us what to do. Hold the camp.
it's really just about, you know, fighting the good fight, you know.
Which is fighting demons every day.
Yeah.
Fighting those temptations.
Let me get this real quick. 1 Timothy 6 and 11. But thou, O man of Yahweh, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses.
Before many witnesses. So let me get this in 1 Corinthians 9 and 27. Oh, let me get 26. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight. I, not as the one that beateth the air, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself be a castaway.
An example is the apostles. They've been in this thing 35 years.
Almost as long as I've been alive.
For fighting, you know? The reason why is that is they know how to fight, you know?
We've been fighting. So it says right here, I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. So you ever see someone shadow boxing? They're not fighting anybody, they're just exercising.
Sparring, you know?
So when you go out there and you're just exercising, you're not really doing your job. You're just out there trying to look good. Look at my garments, look at all these notes I have.
Scriptures say not to, you know, get into too many books, you know?
Oh yeah, and then the scripture also says, don't worry about what you're going to say. I'll put the words in your mouth.
Just go off the Holy Spirit.
Sure. 1 Corinthians 9 and 7. Who goeth a warfare any time at his own charges? Who planteth a vineyard and eateth not of the fruit thereof? Or who feedeth a flock and eateth not of the milk of the flock? Say I these things as a man, or saith not the law the same also? You gotta worry about what you're doing. You want? Go ahead.
Oh, like you said, who don't go and get that fruit where it's planted? You know, this is where it was planted. The root is right here. You know, this is the root.
Where the tree is at. Because the tree has to give out fruit, and then you have to come and collect it. If we're the trees and the fruit is the word, you can either get that food from the unicorn, or you can get it live and direct.
That's right. Because, you know, like I said, we don't have to travel. You know, the unicorn does it.
Does all the work.
And that definition for unicorn is Kwam Yasharallah, you know? That's to rise Israel, you know? And that's how we're rising.
So this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 1. For thine incorruptible spirit is in all things. So there's order. Yahushua made everything, right? Through the orders of his Father. And you can get that in John 1 and 1. Therefore chasteneth thou them by little and little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance wherein they have offended, that leaving their wickedness they may believe on thee, O Lord. Now that's just plain and simple. You know, you can fix it. And if you don't got time to make it, don't be saying, oh, I gotta get a babysitter. We're not gonna hold it for you. You can't make it, you can't make it. That's just the bottom line. That's all I got. You wanna get something else?
This is 1 Timothy 6 and 17. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power, which giveth us richly all things to enjoy.
All things.
So it says charge them that are high-minded, you know, and it's just it's not being about, you know, being the richest, you know. You know, so we're poor in this thing. We're still in captivity, you know.
Sure.
You know, we don't want to. We gotta still, you know, pay for things.
Gotta pay for bills, go to the doctor. You don't want to. I still can't get over that you took that COVID-19 test.
Dang, and then your family got it. You know, your son. He said your son got it.
Yeah.
Well, first it was the baby mama got it, and then passed it to the son.
And then you got it. Hey, and I've been working all over the county, talking to people like this, giving them food, giving them shit, touching my face and all that shit. I didn't get sick. The Lord kept me good.
It's Yahweh Washim Yahushai that keeps you from getting sick, because that COVID-19, that's a you know, a plague. You know?
Fucking plague right there.
That's his plague that he brought. You get caught up in it.
No, that's it.
It says 1 Timothy 6 and 18 that they do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate, laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life. So, just, you know, building up your reputation, you know, you have to have a good name. Laying up in store, you know, a good foundation.
So if I'm looking for the word plague in the Compact Bible Dictionary, and it says go to disease. Already had that. So disease. Already had it highlighted. Disease, to which the Bible refers, appear to have been mostly diseases that now exist. 1. Diseases with primary manifestations in the skin, who are two kinds of those which are believed to require isolation and those not requiring isolation. Those requiring isolation, leprosy. So basically you had leprosy. You had leprosy, man. Okay. Can you get Exodus 4 and 6? And it says syphilis, smallpox. These are fucking diseases, bubonic plague.
Yeah, and then how did it start off? Remember, it started off as a biological, you know, chemical war tactic.
I said Exodus 4 and 6, but now I want, because it's telling me, let's see where it goes, smallpox. So, let's get Proverbs 7 and 22. Yeah, because it says, shit. Smallpox, boils, carbuncle, skin disease, scabies. Oh well, yeah, bubonic plague. 1 Samuel 5 and 9. But after we get that. Man, so what do you think got you sick?
All sicknesses come from the Most High, come from heaven. And then, but he gave that order on the left hand side to the left hand demons.
Man. Fuck that.
So this is going to be a Proverbs 7 and 22. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks.
So that's talking about disease right there. Because when the fool goes to correction of the stocks, what is that? It means going to the doctor. Because what? You're a fucking stock in the United States system. And the doctor has got to make sure you're doing okay, you're taking your pills. God damn, man. First of all, if I got the fucking COVID, I'd be praying like a motherfucker. I wouldn't even tell nobody. I wouldn't tell no fucking doctor, that's for real. I'd be like, you know what, I'll tell my wife and then I'd tell my brothers. And then I'd be praying.
Because that ox, what happened was he got caught in a trap. Because he went to the slaughter, you know. It said he followed her at once, like an ox going to the slaughter. It was like a stag caught in a trap.
Yeah, and who told you to go get tested? Your ex-woman. There's a lot of things, and see, I wouldn't have said nothing. I wouldn't have said nothing. So now let's get 1 Samuel 5 and 9. Yeah, and pneumonia, consumption, tuberculosis, typhoid fever, malaria, diarrhea, roundworms, epidemics of blindness, infirmity, nervous and mental diseases, miscellaneous medical disorders, and lupus. Yeah.
Because and a brother too, I know he's kind of like a real nervous person because I don't know, like he got like something going on with his forehead, because that's what people do when they start getting nervous and start messing with their skin, you know. And then one time you were like, "Oh, I'm blessed today because I'm not how do you say? I'm relaxed today or something. I don't have anxiety today or something like that."
So you got tons of demons that you haven't expelled, man.
But you know, you got to learn on how